All right, there has been another recall. This time it is on cucumbers. Yes, you heard that right. I like cucumbers. You probably like cucumbers. A lot of people like cucumbers in your salad. Sometimes I'll slice them up and I'll put them in some Italian dressing. For me, that's how I like mine. But yeah, right now there's a massive cucumber recall that affected products in Walmart, Costco, Wegmans. Talk about them, they're up in New York. I like Wegmans. But unfortunately, they're caught up in this too. And Albertsons, they're there too, as well as some of the Kroger stores. Some of the Kroger stores are involved in this as well. So you guys need to be careful. The cucumbers have been linked to a salmonella outbreak that has sickened over 60 people. There has been 68 cases in 19 states so far, including 18 hospitalizations, according to the FDA. So this is not good. And once again, salmonella is not a good disease. Like I said, we keep seeing this more and more in the food. All these different, it's Listeria is big one, E. coli, salmonella. I just did a video on Listeria and some of the mushrooms, but the list goes on and on and on, and a lot of people don't know this. That's why I'm putting these recalls out, as well as the good foods that you can eat from Whole Foods, or I travel around, but let me stay focused because I'll just ramble. But yeah, let me give you guys what you came here for. The cucumbers have been recalled and they're linked to salmonella in 19 states. The Arizona company Sunfed Produce recalled the cucumbers between October and November 26. So that's recently. In more than 24 states. 24 states. I don't know, I'm holding up two is really, yeah. So 24 states, and including some at Walmart, Wegmans, Albertsons stores, and in parts of Canada because they may be contaminated with the salmonella disease. Also, Costco, Kroger have recently notified customers that they sold some of the recalled cucumbers. Wow. It looks like the traceback data shows that the cucumbers grown by the produce company Argato SA de CV in Sonora, Mexico. And this is another thing, man. You got a lot of these fruits and stuff grown in Mexico that I know is going to be stopped. It looks like with the new tariffs that Trump's going to put on a lot of the different imports, it might be actually a good thing for a lot of the local USA farmers in the USA to grow own fruit. Because when I go and I look at these grocery stores and I see a lot of the fruit and vegetables, it says grown in Mexico, you know, it just doesn't make sense. No hate to Mexico or their economy, do your thing, but it just only makes sense. When you grow fruit or vegetables, it's not going to rot because it's going to, once you grow it here, you want to ship it to the closest place so it stays fresher. But when you got to ship it across a border, who knows? That's weeks. I don't know, maybe months. I don't know how long that takes. I haven't done research on that, but at the same time, it's just common sense. When you grow fruit, potatoes, whatever, cucumbers, tomatoes, you want to ship that to somewhere close. You don't want to ship it somewhere far away. So just local farmers are probably the best farmers for whatever area. And I know we have enough land here in America where we can do that. But a lot of the places, as soon as the different stores found out about it, about that farm in Mexico, Sonora, Mexico, they also notified some of their suppliers, which was Sunfed Produce. They let them know that they have been possibly contaminated with salmonella. Actually, some of them are contaminated with salmonella, and they've been making people sick. So they contacted the CDC and the FDA. So they had to let them know, man, y'all got to stop this batch. Um, they also put out a press release, Sunfed Industries or Sunfed Produce. They said, as soon as we learned of this issue, we immediately acted to protect our consumers. We are working closely with authorities and the implicated ranch to determine the possible cause. So their representative, his name is Craig Slate. He said that in a press release about 2 weeks ago. So unfortunately, you guys need to be aware of that. And I'll kind of be a little redundant, but I want you guys to be aware. Walmart was definitely one of them. The cucumbers at Walmart are called the market side fresh cut cucumbers. They were sold between October and November. So according to the FDA and the CDC, the sliced cucumbers were sold in 34 stores across Texas. So if you're in Texas watching this, listening to this on a podcast or however you're getting this information, make sure you let people know. I also put up a list of the Walmart stores that were affected during the cucumber recall. Walmart, they put out a statement and they alerted their customers to the recall about 2 weeks ago. So if you don't know, check your email, check your spam folder. Just type in Walmart in the search bar, because everybody, including me, I got way too many unread emails, and just see if you got something from them. Walmart also said that the stores, the retail, damn. Walmart also said that the retail stores that were in Arkansas, Arizona, California, Colorado, Hawaii, Idaho, Louisiana, Missouri, Montana, Nevada, Oklahoma, Oregon, Texas, Utah, and Wyoming are also possibly contaminated and have bad batches. So that's about 8 to 10 states. So you guys need to be aware of that. Additionally, JFE Franchising Inc., Supreme Produce, and Yummy Sushi recalled Snowfax, Snowfox, Snowfruit, Supreme Produce, and Yummy Sushi brand products containing the recalled cucumbers. Those are sold at Kroger stores in Arizona, Colorado, Louisiana, Texas, and Wyoming. Wow. And also they sold some of these products at the King Snoper stores in Colorado. So if you use these products, so it's not just the cucumbers, there's also other brands like the Yummy Sushi, Snow Fox, Snow Fruit, Supreme Produce. They make stuff and they're using the contaminated cucumbers in it. So you need to know that. Wegmans, they also issued a recall about 2 weeks ago, alerting customers about the potential salmonella contamination for seeded cucumbers purchased through Wednesday up until the end of November. So all the potentially impacted cucumbers and cucumber products have been removed from their store shelves, they said. But still be on the lookout. You might have something in the refrigerator, in the freezer. Just be cautious. Albertsons is another grocery store, and they also issued a recall last Thursday of vegetable platters, vegetable trays. Some of them had hummus in it, salad and lettuce mixed bowls, and sliced cucumbers. The company said in their press release to USA Today, the products were sold between October and November, the end of November. And Albertson, Randall's, and Tom Thumb stores in Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. So if you shop at Albertsons, the stores to watch out for are Albertsons, Randall's, and Tom Thumb stores in Arkansas, Louisiana, and Texas. Costco, they made a recall announcement as well. They said anybody who thinks they have bad cucumbers, you should examine your cucumbers immediately. But I don't know how you're going to do that at the house. They say examine it. How you going to know if it has salmonella in it? I would just say throw them out. I don't think it's worth the hospital bill, the doctor's bill, of possibly getting sick or having your kids get sick, taking off of work, taking them out of school. So Costco said the cucumbers have an item number. I'll flash that on the screen. Cucumber 6 count were purchased between November 12th and November 27th at Costco. So, yeah, so far, out of the 68 people that have been sickened with the salmonella outbreak, there could be more because they don't have all of it, because not everybody knows they're sick because of that. But so far, the CDC, they posted a list of the states, and it's a long list. Alaska, California, Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Massachusetts, Montana, Nebraska, New Jersey, New York, Ohio, Oregon, Pennsylvania, South Dakota, Texas, Utah, Washington, Wisconsin, and Wyoming. So that's a lot of states that you need to look out for. I think I'm just going to post some of these other states, because pretty much it's almost every state in America that has been listed as these are the ones they know, the ones I read, the ones they know, and then they got a list of the possible ones, and it's just ridiculous. So also some of these in the United States, or pretty much most states just look at it like that, but also in Canada, they sold some of these infected bad cucumbers and the cucumber products. They sold those in 5 Canadian provinces. It was Alberta, British Columbia, Calgary, Saskatchewan, and Ontario. So you guys definitely need to be careful. I'll give you guys a few symptoms of salmonella. Salmonella is a bacteria that can enter food production, and it can also get in there when it's not sanitary or it's not clean. But it can be spread via water, used to irrigate the crops, and that's a very easy thing because you need water for the crops. Even the mist that when it's in the supermarket, if there's a contaminated produce or vegetable or cucumber, that mist that gets on there, and then it drips off of that one and it drips into something else and it drips into something else. That is another way that it can be, transmitted. The symptoms of salmonella actually occur between 6 hours and 6 days after exposure. It may include diarrhea, fever, and stomach cramps, the CDC says. And that's a reoccurring theme with listeria, even Marburg's disease, salmonella. So keep that in mind. Severe infections of salmonella or salmonellanosis. I'm saying that right. Severe infections include headaches, just regular aches and pains in your body, elevated fever, you can get a little tired, rashes, you can have problems with your blood and urine and stool, So sometimes salmonella infections become fatal. So keep that in mind. It's not just you get an upset stomach and you feel like you got the flu. Some cases, it can be fatal. So keep that in mind. There's about 1.35 million illnesses and 26,000, close to 27,000 hospitalizations, and 420 deaths in the U.S. every year. And this is a CDC stat. So that is not good. Earlier in the summer, there was a salmonella outbreak that was linked to recalled cucumbers. So this isn't the first time, and it wasn't linked to that same company, but almost 500 people got sick in 31 states. So this is something that keeps reoccurring. I don't know if it's how do I say this? I don't know if it's well, it's definitely reoccurring. That's what we'll say. You know, probably a coincidence, right? Yeah. So, there were, it was in the poultry, it was in the basil, it was in everywhere. You got all these different cases of salmonella breaking out, but unfortunately, you guys need to be aware of these different recalls in the different foods, different states. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for listening this long. I know I get long-winded, but it is what it is. Uh, yeah, stay safe, stay aware, stay informed, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right? So, see you later.